up to 20,000 in one of their most important ceremonies. One of the greatest acts of human sacrifice in history.
The Aztecs are very philosophical about death. Death is what gives meaning to life. And that by having the idea of death, it makes the here and now sweeter and more beautiful.
Tlahuacole's beating heart, offered to the god of the sun and war, Huitzilopochtli, guardian of the universe. In return, the Aztecs believe his blood will guarantee a bountiful harvest. A crop that will become key to mankind's future. Corn. 6,000 years ago, early farmers in the Americas turn a weed into a cereal that produces more calories per acre than any other, with almost twice as many genes as a human being. Found in a quarter of all supermarket products we buy today. Corn is the staple of Aztec life. Tenochtitlan, Mexico, heart of the Aztec Empire. 28 years after Columbus, the lust for gold is about to change the destiny of the New World. Through the ambitions of one man, Hernán Cortés. Devious, charming, and ruthless, leading a band of just 500 European adventurers.
Cortés was quite a manipulator and quite savvy. He knows how to motivate people, and the objective is gold, and that's what, of course, was the prime motivation.
Aztec Emperor Montezuma, the richest, most powerful man in the Americas, ruler of 25 million people. He's welcomed Cortés and his men into his palace. A mistake that will change the fate of a continent.
Their numbers were small. How could they constitute a threat when you have an army that's 1,000 times, 10,000 times larger than the few hundred souls that they brought, right?
Cortez's plan? Kidnap the emperor.
Part of his calculation was, if we can show that we can take over at this level, incarcerate the head of the empire, maybe the rest of the dominoes will fall.
Montezuma's treasuries are filled with gold. The Spanish lust for plunder astonishes the Aztecs. An eyewitness reports.
They snatched up the gold like monkeys. They were swollen with greed. They hungered for that gold like wild pigs.
The people dubbed their captive emperor Cortez's horde and revolt. Trapped inside the palace, Cortez receives word from his men.
We're in imminent danger. We'll all perish unless Montezuma commands the hostilities to stop.
Habla con tu pueblo. Shimon.
These strangers are my guests. Lay down your arms.
The most powerful ruler in the Americas, murdered by his own people. Fighting for their lives, Cortez and his men barely escape, with a fortune in Aztec gold and silver, and leave behind a lethal time bomb.
The conquistadors are going to war with the Aztecs. But their biggest weapons aren't the ones they're carrying in their hands. It's the virus in their bodies. Smallpox. Unbeknownst to them, they bring it to battle.
6 months later, half the city is dead from smallpox. "11 months after his escape, Cortez returns. His victory complete. He's hijacked the mighty Aztec Empire. An empire of 25 million, brought down by just 500.